As we go forward, business culture is going to be more and more the differentiator, the thing that sets us apart from our rivals who are possibly all using the same AI tools. So it's never been more important, but I don't think many organisations have recognised that yet.
Companies know exactly what culture they want. They often have a good idea of what culture they currently have, but actually moving from one to the other, the culture you have today to the culture you want, the culture you need, is extremely difficult. And the reason why that is because culture is happening in the micro interactions, the millions of things that are happening all the time. And it's actually really difficult to kind of access those interactions as they're happening and to try and influence them in a positive way.
And one of the things we realized in the organization was curiosity was being stifled by hierarchy. A lot of people were deferring to who's the most senior person in the room and what do they say we need to do, and we'll do that. And so these were really, I guess, small systematic changes that the organization made, small meaningful changes that helped people feel a bit more empowered, and therefore their behaviors naturally changed.
We were conscious that we had brilliant people, but because of the nature and pressures of the work that they were doing, we could look at how could we retain people from a different angle. And so the reskilling dynamic became a really important thing.
This AI bubble that we're in right now, it's not just about reskilling, but it's a lot about unlearning as well. Because so many of the models that served us before are absolutely not going to work moving forward. So how do we instill this idea of being comfortable with unlearning and dropping some of these things?
The generations coming through, they're looking for more than work now. They really are. They will choose companies that have a purpose. If there's no purpose in your company, they will not come to you.
Ultimately, there is no wrong or right culture, there's no wrong or right purpose. And it's actually, as long as you're congruent and authentic about it. And I think that's what's really important. Don't pretend you're going to be really going to save the world. In fact, we're really just about driving money. So I think the authenticity and the clarity of that, and people at least know what they're buying into.
At the moment, we're in a cycle of stress, de-stress, and burnout. And actually, when people realize that they can come from a grounded place where they have infinite resource, it enables them to show up every day and use all of their resources without exhausting themselves.
If you're not experiencing the full capacity of the human mind and everything that comes with it, then you've made an innocent error.
But unless you're seeing those behaviors from leadership in how they embrace the technology, how they change their work with the technology, and how they enable the environment so that your people can thrive with the technology, you're going to be limiting your benefits.
I know there's a lot of enthusiasm and energy behind AI at the moment, but it is about using the technology thoughtfully and protecting the business as you do it. It doesn't take much to do it well. So I think the most important thing is making sure that there is a robust compliance and governance structure in place.
One of the things that I did around that kind of storytelling piece was to start to convene people from different parts of the organisation and think about how do we connect to the group purpose in a way that everybody across the organisation can relate to. Making that connection, that storytelling.
The world of work is changing at such a speed and no one can predict what change is happening. So the thing that they can do is create adaptive cultures. They look at change and they look at challenge, not as threats, but they look at it possibilities and they look at it as opportunities.